Oh. Hi, Scobblers. Thank you for tuning in. We're just three dumbasses with room temperature IQ. So,
you should have said that
thanks.
last episode. We're not dumbasses anymore. We're back to normal.
Well,
are we though?
Well, wouldn't be the first time I was called a dumbass. Do I have muffin dust on my face?
No.
Okay, cool. I don't have muffin dust on my face. Okay,
I don't even think they saw you eat the muffin.
Well, he had it in his hand at the beginning of this.
Before the video starts, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Okay. Did I finish the intro?
I don't know.
I don't like the dumbass thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
Start over, please.
Hello, Scobblers. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend. Turn your post notifications on so you know every time we post a video.
Am I mathematizing?
Is this the room temperature of the... Is this the room temperature IQ segment of the day?
No, not really. It's just a cool thing that I saw. Okay, 50
Mm-hmm.
15. I'm just kidding.
plus
Mm-hmm.
50
Mm-hmm.
times
Mm-hmm.
2
Mm-hmm.
equal
150.
200. Which one is it doing the order of operations correctly?
I got 150. 50 plus 50 times 2. Wait. I'm missing 50 plus 50. What was the next step?
times 2.
Times 2. 150. I got 150.
Show the camera if you're putting it in there.
200. 200.
It was just really interesting to me. I'm a math geek, of course.
Yeah, so which one of these isn't doing the order of operations correctly?
That one is not doing it correctly.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
doing
obviously,
it as you input it. This one, it has enough RAM to calculate the entire equation. It's following the order of operations, PEMDAS. That one's just
Yours is
following
straight,
as you put it in.
Because 100
That
times
makes
2
sense.
is 200, but...
So confusing.
Yeah, that's the room temperature IQ segment of the day.
Oh, I'm bad
kidding.
at math, all right? So, but this is correct.
Yeah.
200 is the correct
Based
answer.
off the numbers she gave.
No, 150 is correct.
Well, I'm saying based off the straight numbers you gave, that is correct. You just told them to add 50.
Yeah, 50 plus
100,
50.
times it by 2. That's 200.
200.
But so if I told you, if I wrote this down, 50 plus 50 times 2.
Mm-hmm.
If I wrote that down, 150 would be the correct
Yeah, because I would
answer.
have to do the order of operations.
Yes.
But this is still technically correct.
All right, so my question for you two is, what type of leader are you in terms of, I'm going to give you 2 examples. It doesn't have to be exclusive to these 2 examples, but these are examples of what type of leader you could be. You could either be, if you were the leader of a group, you could either be the let's learn together as we go through this journey type of leader, or you could be the let me figure this out on my own, and then once I figure it out, I'll come back and get you. So it'll be easier for you guys type of leader. Or you could be C, which is C will be whatever you guys.
I wasn't paying attention. Say it again.
Motherfuckers. All right. What type of leader are you? There's 2 examples. It's not exclusive to these 2 examples. So example number 1 is you could be the let's learn together as a group and build camaraderie and all that other stuff. Or B, you could be the let me figure this out on my own, and then once I figure it out, I'll come back and get you to make it easier for y'all. Or you could be C, whatever other option y'all pick. Mine is in one of these 2, so I don't have a C, but y'all could have different.
Can I say mine and then say what I think yours is? Just based off of... Okay. I think that I'm more so a let's learn together leader. Because in certain situations, you don't have the opportunity to go off on your own, learn, and then come back. Yeah.
Before you say what you think I am, let him say what he thinks he is, and then we'll circle back.
I think I'm more the second one. Like, let me figure it out, and then so I can make it easier on you guys, type of thing. That's, yeah. And I also have the tendency to be like, which the associates yell at me all the time. I'm like, oh, I'll do it myself, and they're like, no, go away. I'll do it. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna
say? If you put it in that aspect, then yeah, I can see that too. Because I do tend to just take on projects and not allow people to help, or not allow per se.
But that's a different. Do you do it because it's easier to just do it yourself, or do you do it because you want to figure it out and then teach the people how to do it later?
In that instance, I do it because it's just easier to do it myself. So, okay, yeah, I'm more so the first one then. I think you're more so the second one. I'll let you explain why, if I'm right. Am I right?
Before I explain what I am, so between the two options I gave, I feel like the let's learn together obviously builds teamwork and you get respect because you're doing it together with the group. There's a camaraderie. The second one is a little bit more dangerous because in the moment while you're figuring it out, people can get, oh, he's leaving us behind, or she is leaving us behind. They're gonna get big headed, like if it was something big, like, oh, they're gonna get big headed, they're gonna forget the little people type thing. But if you stick around, us being the group and he being the leader, we stick around and he comes back and gets us, it is a lot easier. We don't have to jump through all these hoops. He just points to that hoop and say, that's the hoop you need to be in to get from here to here. So, but that's the hardest part, is like you gotta stick around and trust. That's the biggest one.
I think you gotta have like a little bit of the first one to still do that.
I just think you have to have trust. Like if I don't trust you, I'm not gonna stick around.
No, but I'm saying like to get that trust, you gotta kind of have a little bit of first one. Because like with me, it's like my associates, they like working with me because like I don't have that do it or get out kind of mentality. It's like, okay, well, you know, like for example, when we're learning the whole new process and stuff like that, it's like there's a lot I don't know, and I'm like, hey man, like we gonna deal with this. I'm gonna learn it, but like at the same time, like as I'm learning it, like I'm not gonna like, you know, yell at y'all for not getting things done and this like that. I'm like, hey, I'm not doing it the right way yet, so I can't be mad at y'all for not doing it the right way yet. So like we're still kind of learning together, but at the same time, I'm really learning it. So then now it's like, okay, this is how you do it. This is what we're gonna do. Blah blah. This and third. So then you're more likely to be like, okay, I understand. Let's go with we're gonna do it this way instead of like I don't know. I don't think that he's just doing this. He's just trying to do that.
What are your based off the two descriptions I gave? Which one do you think is a more effective leader? The one that says let's figure it out together, or the one that says, and let's try to stay away from the job thing, because the real reason why I want to stay away from that is because like a leader, like if it's a launch building, you were appointed and these associates just got put on there. I'm thinking about leader like a friend group where we just trust you the most to like you when it comes to the editing and stuff. Yeah, I do it for now, but like I lean on you a lot. So you're the leader in that. And when it comes to posting it, like y'all trusting me, y'all not on my back. Like make sure it drops on Sunday. Like you just know on Sunday at 12 or at what point it's gonna be there and stuff like that. So it's like in a friend group, which one do you think is more effective? Like to be like, hey, let's figure this out together, or like not necessarily leave me alone, but let me figure this out. And then when I figure out, at least not 100%, but let me figure out most of it, I'll come back and drop some little gems so it makes it easier for you.
I still think the figure it out together is more effective because that's more opportunity for trial and error and more opportunity for you to actually get it right. Versus if one person is just going off and getting it, or not going off and getting it, sorry, going off and trying it, that's just one person doing the trial and error. Where if it's a friend group of 5, that's 5 different trial and error periods. So it's 5 different opportunities for you to do 5 different things or the same thing in 5 different ways, if that makes sense.
Successful male friend group needs to have all the pieces of an NBA championship team. All right, hear me out. Every single winning basketball team has the same exact dynamic of players. Every friend group needs the facilitator. This is the guy with the ball in his hands, okay? He's the one making the plans. He's the one reaching out to the group chat. This is the guy that's packing sunscreen.
Well, I'll say that.
When everyone forgets it. However, if there's too many of these facilitators, then the plans start clashing and the group splits apart. The second type of friend is the 3-and-D guy. You know, he may not be the flashiest guy, but he's dependable and he never flakes. When your car breaks down in the middle of the night, this is the guy you call. However, you can't have too many of these guys because then your group gets kind of boring. Third, of course, is the star player. Now, this is not on some like group leader type shit, but this is probably the most popular guy in your friend group. He has connections to all the girls. He can get you into the parties. He can really carry the night if needed. Some nights when it's not going well, bro, just put the ball in his hands and he'll get it cooking. However, you can't have too many star players because egos will crash and the friend group will break down regardless. Fourth is the microwave. This is the guy that may not show up every night, but when he does show up, is the most fun you guys have in the group. Some nights he may even be the star player and just carry your group. However, you can't have too many of these guys because then the group gets too flaky. You just don't know when someone's going to show up. Lastly is the bruiser. This is the guy that's going to stand up for your group when you need it. Like a Ben Wallace type guy. You know, someone cuts you in line in Jack in the Box, he'll say something. Every successful male
I think I'm a mix of 2 and 4.
Honestly, many of these
I was gonna
facilitators-
see like right. I think we talked. Well, I know we talked about this. Thank you. Before when we used to be upstairs, where it was like you could be the friend just because. We had a conversation where you were like, "What if I'm not that? Like, you need a friend. And right now in your life, you might need a friend to just listen.
Mm-hmm.
But I might not need that friend in my life. And I don't want to put words in it, but you were kind of saying like, well, if you need somebody to listen to, you don't call on me. That means you don't see me as the same type of friend because I called on you when I needed a friend. I was like, you don't play. That's not your role in the group. Like like right now for this paintball, I'm the one that's reaching out to the Android kids and reaching out with the iPhone kids.
Android,
because it's you, Dre, and somebody else, and like being the messenger between like, hey, we locked in a place, we locked in the date, and we're trying to like make sure everybody's got their money. They're grown as men, so I'm not babysitting them, but like, I'm the one being the voice. But that's not my normal role. That's just because I have everybody's contacts. Everybody's still everybody's still making friendships to, guys take longer to get phone numbers and stuff. So it's like maybe the next, not this one, but the next hangout, they'll be like, okay, let me get your phone number. Let me add you on PlayStation. Let me do this. But that's not my normal role. So I'm actually out of my comfort zone because I'm kind of like, I don't like doing all this extra ass talking. But I want to play that video because it kind of shows us like, and what you just said is it depends on the situation. Like in this situation, I'm the facilitator, but that's not my role. I'm not that guy. I'm the one. I feel like I'm the one that you call on when you need somebody. Like what was that, number 2 or 3?
2.
Yeah, that was
3D.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah, I'm a mix between 3 and D. You call me when you need, and was the 4th one the one who
the star.
The flaky one?
Oh, no.
The flaky one.
The flaky one.
Yeah, but when he shows up,
it's a good time.
Yeah, but he
I'm
just
definitely
has
not the
touch.
bruiser.
Yeah,
Okay, I've never smoked before, but I do have some stoner thoughts sometimes. So, like,
it'll be better if you smoke.
why does Boosie not have a car detailing place called Wipe Me Down?
That does market itself.
Right? Like, that's money.
That does.
And T-Pain should definitely have a liquor store called Bartender.
I'm sure somebody on their team had to have suggested it.
Why do you shut it down then?
No, I'm not saying they did. I'm saying somebody had to have brought up that idea. Like,
he actually does have a book called
which one,
Make a
T-Pain
Drink?
or Boosie?
T-Pain.
Oh.
I forgot what his book is called, but it's something around that. So I guess it's like a drink recipe book.
Why is it that some girls, like, or most girls need to hear the "Will you be my girlfriend?" or what just passed? "Will you be my Valentine?" If we've been locked in for X amount of years, I can get the Valentine thing. That's a little cutesy and all that, but it's like
women just love constant reassurance.
But it's like, why do I need to say the official "Will you be my girlfriend"? If you know I'm here with you, or in their scenario, like, you can call me for anything and I'm there for you and all this other stuff.
Typically,
I'm already doing boyfriend stuff.
Typically, because most guys, I won't say all, most guys are not monogamous until they do have the official label. So girls like to get that question.
Some guys are less monogamous when they have the label.
I said the title doesn't magically go, oh yeah.
Yeah, if it was like that before.
Official. Yeah, but did I ever officially ask
you? No, you did not.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say, because we lived together for a year.
I was ready for that question.
Like, we moved in. We were already, so before we moved together, every other weekend you would come to Alabama, I would go to Georgia. Mm-hmm. I'm not driving all this every other weekend for somebody that's not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn I did, but you said I didn't, so it's like.
No, we started dating July 4th of 2021 in
Yeah, that was the girlfriend thing.
You didn't ask me.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you did not.
I just have bad experiences with asking.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
So
did you used to do the notes?
I did everything.
What notes?
Notes.
Do you like me?
Check yes or no.
Back in the day, yeah, middle school type thing.
I was about to say that. Let's go.
Yeah, like high school after, it's like, you ask and it's like, no. I'm like,
Ooh.
damn.
Or is it okay for a girl to ask the man to marry them?
I still have an issue with that. It's still weird to me.
So would you be okay if she asked you to be her boyfriend?
Yeah, that's fine.
So what's it? Oh, no, it's another level.
No, I was about to say,
it's a whole nother level, yeah.
So the girl can ask, can you be my boyfriend? Or will you be my boyfriend? But the girl can't ask, will you be my husband?
This is weird.
Or will you marry me?
This is weird to me.
Is mom not liking, or dad not liking the other person a deal breaker? I told
Dad
you
don't
that was
matter.
a fear of mine.
That is whatever. That's he
that was a fear of mine when I went to go, like, when I took them, when we met at the restaurant for me to ask. And then after they say it, they're like, why were you so nervous? I was like, because you might like me as a person, but you may not like me for your daughter. There's two different things. You can like, oh, he's a great young man, but I don't think he fits whatever we see for Brittany. But luckily everything worked out. But you know what's crazy? Your mom asked it. She was like, what would you have done? This is like last week. She's like, what would you have done if we had said no? And I never crossed my mind. Like, I went in thinking like, just do your best or whatever. And even after that, I never questioned of like, what would I have done? What I've gone through with it? Because at that time, the ring was already bought. So it was like, I mean, you could return it, but it's like, I just know it's not even in my forefront. Normally, I'm a pretty devil's advocate, more pessimistic side person, but like, if they had said no, I honestly don't know what I would have done.
I would have been like,
would that have been means for a breakup?
Nah, for me, it would have just been like, well, too bad. I'm still doing this.
So you're like the...
it was kind of just a respect thing.
Yeah. Because as much I would like my mom to like the person I'm marrying, but it's not a deal breaker because at the end of the day, that's who I'm marrying, not you. I know you're marrying the family.
Yeah, you really do.
You're marrying the family, but like it's not your choice.
True.
You know. And that's pretty much my stance on it. Period.
What is the best advice you ever received? As dumb in the future, as dumb and as stupid as I think whatever my kid is about to do, I gotta have faith in the parenting I instilled in you from 0 to 17, because I was 18 at that time, and be like, I don't agree with it, but whatever I feel like I instilled in you, I hope you take that and you make the best out of it. Yeah. I don't think you're gonna be successful. I may not say that. Yeah.
I'm trying to get more to the adult thing because like I still sometimes I'm like you gotta stop treating me like a child. Like it's I love you, I understand, but like it basically at one time I told him I was like, my issue is the fact that like what I had issue with you guys is like you talk about how you raised me the best you can to do this, that, and the third, but you don't trust me to be that person. It's like you think if I don't listen to you guys, I'm gonna fail or I'm gonna go down this road. I'm like, when
the parents know best,
and I'm like, but when have I shown that? When have I shown you that I'm gonna make a bad decision and either not bounce back from it or go down the wrong path? I have not done that. All right. Even if I've done things that you wouldn't approve of, it never got to your house, right? So I'm like, you need to trust me to be who you said you raised me to be, and that's it. Even when I just moved out, cause like I moved out later than most people, you know. And you're still, oh, this, that. I'm like, I got this. I'm like, am I speaking to you as somebody who's worried? I was like, nah, if I'm coming to you, I'm like, oh, I don't know this. No, I'm saying, no, I'm going to take care of this way. I'm going to take care of it that way. It's like when I first moved out from Florida to live with my aunt in Boston, all she ever asked me was, hey, what's your plan? I was like, first year, I was like, oh, this year I got to, get the job, whatever. And then I got the job. I drove up.
Are you thinking of yours?
I drove. Thinking of your bad one.
Just to make sure, because I have something to say after you say yours.
Okay.
It'll come. So then I drove up to Boston. Very next day I went to orientation. All right. So next day comes, she's like, "Oh, what's your goal for the year?" Like, get a I need a new computer. Mine's dying, whatever. Got that. Shit. Oh, what you gonna do next year? I was like, it's time for me to get a car. Got that. And she was like, okay. I'm like, well, now's the time where it's like, this, not that. I want to get a promotion. I want to, move out because I can't be here for 5-6 years. So she's like, okay. And that's it. Every time my mom would call her and talk to her, she's like, oh, how? She's like, don't ask me about him. Don't ask me about him. We have our talk. He tells me his plan, and so far he's done everything he said. So what's there to worry about? And I'm like, that's because she's looking at the adult to the adult part, not just as a mother figure. Because I've been going to Boston since I was a kid, so she's like another mom. But she's looking at it as an adult to an adult because that's what we are. So it's kind of tough for some parents to get off of that. And it's not like, and I tell them it's not anything I'm faulting you for. You're just a parent. That's how you parent. But I'm like, certain things you gotta understand, like, how you say it or how you go about it, how it affects me and everything like that. But we went off on a tangent. But worst advice.
Wait, so what was what you just said?
That was kind of rough.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't really listening. I was trying to think of something.
No.
You can focus on that.
No. I wouldn't say worst advice, but worst life experience. It's basically like I was like a people pleaser. You guys see, like I try to be like I just give. Or if you're like, hey, can you do this? I got you. Hey, can you do that? I got you.
Oh shit! I forgot we had stories.
But like, it got to a point where I'm always doing something for somebody else, But then when it comes time to like, hey, can you do it for me? There's an excuse. It's like, oh no, I can't. I was like, oh, can you do? Nah, man, I can't. I don't have the time. Like, But like, you call me like, hey, I need you to do this.
I figured it out for you.
I'm right there, So it's like came to the point, and then like the little thing you do for me, now you're holding that over me. You're like, oh, I did this for you, and I was like, do you want me to bring out the notebook of what I've been doing? Because I don't count. I never saw it as, oh, let me do this for you, so then the next time when I need something, I can hold it over you. And I had to learn that the hard way because there's a lot of people trying to take advantage of me, and I let them.
I have similar friendships at the beginning. I say y'all have similar stories because your mom your mom used to be like, she had a couple of friends who weren't real friends, and
But the funny thing is, like, the Aries in me, they don't understand that, like, I'm putting the effort to like not cut off, because if I cut you off, we're done. Like, I don't call. Yeah. You call me, I'm like, huh? I don't know this number.
The phone is ringing.
Yeah, basically, I don't know. The phone's ringing, nice, and that's it. I'm the type of person, you call me, if I can, I'll text you, hey, I'll call you later. If you don't
never call.
Yeah, no. I'm like, they don't even get that. It's just and I've never changed my number, so.
Sean invited me to move out of town with him after our second date. I agreed. I left my kids behind. Oh, I told my 18-year-old to work more hours to support her younger sibling. Jesus. Sean thought their dad was watching them. I lied and said that their dad was involved. But he canceled my flight and called the authorities because he didn't want my kids to be left alone. My 18-year-old can raise her own little sister. She's mature. Canceling my trip is bad enough. Sean didn't have to call Child Protective Services on me. I'm tired of men teasing and ruining single moms like me who are looking for love. How do I forgive Sean and make things right with us again? P.S. He went out of town without me. Sad crying emoji.
She's not a mom. She's an egg donor.
Yeah, basically.
How could you force your 18-year-old to take care of your daughter? Mm-hmm. Girl, bye.
And then blame it on the guy.
Right.
Like, that's why I paused. Like, did I read that right? I thought I read it wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, he's in there just to get you, basically.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, you come with the kids, but like you're the one who decided to leave your kids behind.
And then lie about their well-being, saying that the dad is taking care of them.
Yeah,
like,
but,
what? You god awful human being.
Yeah, you fell on that one. How do I get these ones? I swear to God, I randomly picked these. All right. Wife has a nympho streak. She says it's mental, not physical. She lays with other men and women she meets on dating apps just to improve her self-control. She swears she doesn't have sex with the people she meets, but sometimes I fail, she said. I ask her to just lay with me when she gets urges, but she says she prefers strange encounters. I fear for her safety, and I think she's cheating. Advice, run.
I think my brain shut off when you read that. What?
Yeah, no.
She is cheating. She says she fails sometimes.
She fails sometimes, yeah.
What does this failing
She
mean?
fail?
Yeah.
Fails, like she failed the test. She's saying
too.
she just lays with strangers to test her boundaries of not wanting
Her
to have
self-control.
sex. But she says sometimes she fails. If you fail that means you obviously had sex with them. And I think she's cheating. She just told me she's cheating. Oh, I have a room temperature IQ story for y'all after these stories. That's all.
I watched their marriage like a hawk from the moment they moved on my block.
Uh-oh.
She worked days, he worked from home. I introduced myself to him and visited him with food and liquor. You know what came next.
Yep.
During COVID lockdown, he worked from my house. We got caught and he never went home. But he flew his mom and sister here from Dallas and moved them into my home. The sister brought her boyfriend here. I'm sharing my bedroom with other people's boxes. No one asked me to move in. And he says he can't get work done and he's slipping back to his wife's house. The sister is pregnant and asked to sleep in my fucking bed for her back. I'm drowning in debt with these uninvited house guests and I'm losing my man. How do I reverse this? Advice. You're getting what you deserve.
Right.
He's the guy on the come up. He moved his whole family into your crib and then was like, I gotta get work now. I'm going back to my wife. How fast is this process? Because did he move, like, how did the wife take him back? I'm assuming it's like months.
Could be weeks, man. People are weird.
Weeks. Yeah, when people are flying out, people are after the second date to move in with them. My wife is pregnant and she sees things, but only negative things. Part 1. I worked late with Nicole, my coworker / mistress, so she was right. My wife usually calls me when I don't come straight home. This time she didn't. I came home and my wife said, I hope you have fun with her tonight. I played it off, but she wasn't mad. She seemed sneaky, like she knew something. The next day, Nicole didn't come to work. She had a massive stroke in her sleep and she passed away. I told my wife and she said, I told you God don't like threesomes. Part 2. On the way to her doctor's appointment, my wife said, turn left. Me, that's the wrong way. Her, just do it please. I did. Making the wrong turn saved us from a huge accident that we saw on our way home from the doctor's appointment. So I'm not tripping. Should I leave? I can't tell if my wife is saving me or putting me in danger. My father says all Southern women do this.
All right. Stop cheating.
That part.
And just listen to your wife at this point. You don't gotta leave.
I don't think she caused the stroke.
She's a Southern woman. She probably.
I could see the whole this feels wrong, turn left, but I don't think she caused the stroke. I wouldn't try. I mean, obviously don't cheat anyway, but
as a Haitian, she could have caused that stroke. Stop cheating and listen to your wife. If you can't do either of those, get out before you die.
So if he could listen to her, but keep cheating, he's good.
No.
Are you saying
if you can't do
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said if you can't do any of those.
I'm sorry, if you can't do those two. Yeah.
Okay. The room temperature IQ moment of the
Yay, we're going
podcast.
Stupid.
This is going back to high school.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
This is going back to high school.
This is going back to high school.
Mm-hmm.
High school, sophomore year. So me and Eli, we had the same class. We had JROTC people, representatives come to each class at some point during the year, try to recruit. We get you to sign up for JROTC. And then we had all types of representatives. We had one representative in particular. She was the teacher who was in charge of the sponsor, I guess they call it, when the teacher is in charge of the club, for the Gay Straight Alliance. Right? So, how about this? So, the Gay Straight Alliance, it was a teacher and a student that came around each class. It was our turn. And Eli, kind of like Brittany, present physically, not mentally, right? So he's over here. Most of the presentation, they have a PowerPoint and everything. They have the words Gay Straight Alliance, right? So they're like, yeah, here's why you should. And it's not just if you're on the spectrum. If you're one of these letters, it's for everybody. That's what's called Gay Straight Alliance. For us to come together and we talk about this and we do all this activism stuff and all this other stuff. The last slide goes, you in all caps, you should join GSA. That's the only slide where they said GSA. Just so happened, me and Elijah played at Gwinnett Soccer Association. That's when he decides to join the conversation. He goes, oh, me and Dahama are a part of that. And I'm looking at him. We don't sit next to. I'm looking at him like, no, we don't, guys. And they were like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, would you like to come up and talk about what it's like? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. We meet up about twice a week, practice. And they're like, practice? He's like, yeah, we practice. And then they were like, okay. And he's like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, they were like, how many people are? And he's like, there's 11 of us. He's like, so about 24. He's like, everybody's engaged. And they were like, see, here's a live representative right here to let you guys know that joining the Gay Straight Alliance is a good thing. He goes, what the fuck did you just say? He was like, I ain't with all that gay shit. They were like, what you just said? He was like, no, I'm talking about GSA, Gwinnett Soccer Association. He turned around and he saw that there's a Gay Straight Alliance. And he yelled at me. He's like, why you got me over here talking all this dumb shit? I was like, no, you got just over here talking all this dumb shit.
It was a Spanish too. We had a teacher, but she had to leave because like family issues or whatever. So we got this other lady in, right? Now me and him were both passing at the point, but then this lady, she just did not like us. All right. So like, it comes to the end of the year, it's the finals, right? Now we got the little Scantron sheet, whatever. We taking the exam, and I look at our friend. I said, like behind him, like, I can't, bro. I'm done. He's like, what do you mean? I'm just gonna Christmas tree this. So I just start picking whatever. I'm like, I guess whatever, bro. And I move on. So then next class comes in, right? She's passing out the papers and everything, and then like, I know we're not getting our paper, and I'm like, damn, we did that bad. I was like, she about to put us, on the spot, and she's like, so before we finish, I have the last two. I just wanted to say, I thought you guys didn't pay attention, this, that, and the third, whatever. So he's like, he's like, Ash here, he got like an 80 or something like that, 80, 90. He's like, yeah, he did good. He's like, 30. He's like, you, Van, I really thought like this, that, and 30. He's like, the only person in his class to get 100%. And I said, see?
Hell no.
I said, see? He said, hell no, man. I saw you Christmas tree. And I was like, then why did I get 100?
That's crazy.
Only person got 100%. I don't know what the hell was going on.
I have one. I never had that happen to me. That was awesome. But I used to have the ones where I like, if I didn't know the answer, I'd be like, I haven't picked C in a while. So I'll put
that's kind of what I would be doing. I was like,
C's,
been a
I'm
while.
like, what are the odds of being 3 C's in a row? Nah, it can't be C.
Exactly.
Got to be A or some shit like that. I would do
trick.
that type of logic. 2, me and Dre actually had a class senior year, and it was so political systems was with Eli, and then that same semester I had economics with Dre, and a guy named Jeremiah. He's from Kenya, and we were talking about the different countries' gross domestic product, how much goods and money the country makes or whatever. There's a guy named Zach, me, I was about to say a guy named me, Jeremiah, and then Dre's on the row right next to me, right? So we're all sitting there, and we're going through the list, and so of course USA's up there, China's up there, and we were like, Coach Leviton, he was the soccer coach, the girls varsity soccer coach, but obviously the coaches taught together. And then we were like, keep going. And the guy from Kenya, Jeremiah, he's like, I bet you Kenya is above Ghana. I was like, man, bet that shit. I'll give a foot. So we're going. He's scrolling. Ghana was like 42, and Kenya was like 2 below or 2 or 3. So 45, 44. And I remember I stood up. I said, "That's what I thought, bitch." I was just like, and the teacher, he turned around. Like, I'm standing. I'm the only one standing. Everybody else is standing. I said, I'm standing. He turns around and goes, Andre, come here. Andre, wait. I gotta get, so this is me, Andre. You're Dahama, I'm Andre. Andre's looking up at me. And when the teacher turns around, he's over here like, you about to get your ass. He goes, Andre, come here. Andre goes, I know. And he walks over there. He's like, that was unacceptable. I should write you up right now. He's like, you know what? Your new seat is going to be right next to me. So he literally moved one of those desks, and Andre sat next to him for the rest of the semester. And every time we go to that class, Andre would just stare at me. Like, he would just be like, one day I asked him, I was like, why do you keep saying this? I'm waiting for you to fuck up one more time. I'm going to snitch. I'm going to snitch on your ass. I'm going to tell on your ass.
Middle school, right? In, was it math? Yeah, it was math class. It was Mr. Lee, Baldy. All right.
Mr. Lee Baldy?
No, Mr. Lee. We just called him Baldy. Let's call him Baldy. Like, fun class, right? But like, most of the girls pretty much sat on this side, right? Mm-hmm. And most of the guys were on this side. Mm-hmm. So like, we been messing around. So like, one day it was just like, we were just like tossing paper balls at him, right? And
he's that guy. Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
No.
Oh. I say.
So we're sitting there, right? And this is the one time I'm actually like sitting there being studious and doing my work. Because other than that, I'm just messing around. But I'm actually doing my work. But obviously, a reputation has been built up. So I'm just like, I ain't with it, right? Next thing you know, somebody says something. Or either one of the girls said something or he saw it. I don't remember. And they were like, he was like, hey, who's doing this? Blah, blah, blah. And all I hear is like, oh, it's that Eric. And I'm like, no, man, I've been sitting here this whole time doing my work. It ain't me, right?
And now you're talking back.
Then I hear, look at his desk. I don't know when. I don't know when these little bastards did it.
They put paper balls on.
Yes. But he's like, I was like, what? No. And he went to and he just I was like, I don't know what it He's like, Fernand, come up here. And then he was like, go under my desk. I was like, huh? It was like, whoa. He's like, shut up. Go on, get in push-up position, right? And then he just started lecturing the class. So I'm under the desk tight, because it's tight squeeze. And I'm in, because he was also a coach. So I'm under the pillars like this. And I'm like, come on, man. The one time I'm actually doing my work. Like,
hell no.
There was also one day where like we weren't doing nothing. And I don't remember who said it, but they're like, let's slap box. You ever slap boxing? And we got Mr. Lee to come slap box. Fast, yeah. So Mr. Lee, now imagine, I think he like 6 foot something. He a big dude, right? And all his little middle schoolers. And we had one dude, Joseph. He was the biggest kid in the class, right? Worse, he did worse than everybody. He was just a big teddy bear. So we over there, all those dudes going, like this by the slap box, trying to get in. All you see is just, and then I'm over here, I was always
to
small.
Mr. Lee or to
Mr. Lee. This is Mr. Lee's hand. He ain't. So I'm
over
here.
That was back then when you could do shit.
Exactly. I'm over here like I'm getting mine. I know I'm small. Because I was always small. But I'm like I'm a finagle my way like ha. Use my speed and dexterity. I'm like ha. I swing under the hand. I just fly over to the
shit and me.
Oh, good times.
Hell,
good times. Now you can't even talk to the kids.
If you're not the first grandkid, well, it depends. Some families, the grandparent tell you what they want to be called, but some family, like my family, granddaddy was named because that's what Aaron called him. Like Aaron was the first grandson, so they called him granddaddy. He just became granddaddy for the rest of us. And then it's like for the family like mine, it's like the first grandkid has so much power.
What do you think your mom would want to be called?
I don't know.
Gam,
I'm gonna ask her that next time I see her.
I can't see her on being Cam. Can you see her? She's not cool enough for Yaya either. What's your mom's?
Mimi.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I forgot about
Thanks for tuning in. We are done.
All right, keep your minds open and your volumes turned up.
Bye.
Danny Phantom was a good one.
Get to my
Sailor Moon. That's like 2 hours.
Oh, that was a lie.
Sailor Moon was a
Johnny
show
Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny. What about Johnny?
I said that Johnny Test was the only Johnny I knew. That was a lie.